that my deadline is supposed to be today. I'm supposed to figure out how I'm going to get the story done. Remember, it should be emotional, it should hook into the audience emotions, and I think it should be short. It should be short. And at the end, a hook. Finally, the island in Greenland, the most northern island in the So basically that's it. That is what I'm supposed to do. So I'm near these people. Okay. It's not a good choice. I'm seeing some people nearby. This really wasn't a good place to record today. I think I should go back. I should go to the place that I was in the other day. Simply because by the way, this is I don't know. I want to go to another place. I don't know. Something just feels like I'm not supposed to be in this field. I'm supposed to be in another place. Or should I walk? Should I do this diary while walking? I go around this field that is behind me. This huge field. I go recording because I'm not supposed to be here. I don't want to sweat today. I've actually walked enough today. So I've made 3,285 steps. So that's about 3 kilometers. So I woke up today and it felt a bit weird. Okay, let me go to the place that I'm used to, or even find another location. I'm not walking. I'll sweat too much. I have another place. And usually I don't record under any other tree. Yeah, apart from the one that. Okay, in both places. Okay, one of the trees that is on my right is occupied, and on the left, there are people that we know each other. We are just like neighbors, and I don't want to get that attention. Usually I speak to myself and I usually speak loud, so it's usually good to keep some secrets. Or should I just settle here? Not far. This place reminds me when I was talking about my partner. I don't know why. The other day when I was talking about by the way, it was long ago. It was just, I don't know, 6 or 5 months ago. I was talking about my partner. I was painting a picture of how they are supposed to look like. Now this place reminds me of them. Yeah. I think it's a better place. It's on the field but not near it. Okay. There are these plants that have meigua. Meigua, what do we call meigua in English? Thorns. Is it? Yeah, thorn. Yeah, as I was saying, today I decided let me go to Megabytes and buy myself some coffee and a bit of mandazi just to uplift my spirits. You see, that's the only. Is it the only? Actually, the only. I think so. Not the only. Among the high end. And actually, it's actually the most high end restaurant around in this place. So I go to that place so that I can familiarize myself with abundance, prosperity. Yeah, mandazi, other places is 10 bob. In that place it is 15. coffee in another place is 20, there it is 30 bob. I don't mind spending at 10 shillings more. But even when buying ugali in another place, it's about 80 shillings. In that place, it is double that amount. I don't mind that because I am blessed. I have money to use. I can afford that anyway. And yeah, God has blessed me abundantly. That's the state I am in when I'm going to that place. And that's the state that I should maintain ever, whenever. Life will just get you things to you. You'll just attract things out of nowhere. Okay, not out of nowhere, but you see, I was actually, by the way, I should now talk about this. So, after finishing the book, Stillness is the Key, because it's something that I was like, okay, I need to figure out a way. I had two books that were in contention. One is Becoming Supernatural, and two, Stillness is the Key. I wanted to read the books at once. I was like, apana, let me first start with the priority. I was like, can you read supernatural without becoming still? Like, can you become supernatural without stillness? I was like, nah. Let me just start with the Stillness is the Key, and then later I will figure out. Now I'll start to read in. Kumbe I was right. Stillness is the Key is a bit short. Okay, it is written in short descriptions and even short writings. However, if you start reading Becoming Supernatural, you see, even I was struggling to finish or even to read a chapter, because there are so many words that are stuffed up in the whole book generally. Even in the paragraphs, there are too many words. So I'm just skimming. As much as I'm reading, already I'm aware what I'm supposed to, but I'm just confirming. I'm not strengthening, but I'm placing my. Is it my? I'm placing my. I'm strengthening the beliefs that I have already. So I'm like, okay, it's not like I'm doing skimming. It's like I'm affirming what I already know about even the law of attraction. Basically, Becoming Supernatural is something. It's more of this book is more of trying to paint a picture of how you are supposed to conduct the law of attraction using, but now in a biological context. Okay, because by the way the author is explaining, seems like he's trying to paint a picture. He's trying to explain. He's trying to build a concept behind the law of attraction using his field. He's a doctor. He's trying to paint a picture of how we can create our realities using our bodies. Like, you see, right now, if I want to drive maybe a Volvo XC90. Yeah, I want to drive a I want to drive a Volvo XC90 machine right now. So I must visualize I must now connect or even tap into my superconscious mind, and so that I start creating the reality. Remember, the body doesn't know what reality is and what is not. That is one ability that God gave us, and very freely, and you can use it to create our future. Okay, now today I was reading about this living in the present. living like you're not you're not focusing on what has happened or even your past so that you can create this reality. You're literally tapping into your imaginative mind, in short. So let me try to. Okay, something's just bothering me, and I'm trying to get it off my head, and I don't want to talk about it. I said the other day that, yeah, I'm supposed to do something else. Yeah, let me just. That's why. That's why it's important to the law of detachment. Gone, gone. Forget that you ever did it. Forget, forget, forget. Now, I was talking about Volvo XC90, and I don't know why I talk about my dreams while I'm in this place. I don't know. This place is blessed, I think. And whenever I talk, I talked about this. I talked about this. No, I didn't talk about this. Yeah, I talked about this when I was here again. I talked about my partner. I painted a full picture of the person that I want. Someone who we can connect, like we can vibe naturally, we can become friends. To someone who are okay, that means that she must coincide with the life paths 1, 3, or 5. That's when I'll prove that we are compatible. But look at what God has done for me. Brought me a life path 3, although a recessive 11. And each time, by the way, this was supposed to be a topic. Before I actually come to the Volvo XC90. Let me talk about this. I have realized there are many people who are very caring and are around me. Reason for that, I think only God knows. I don't know. I might have some ideas of why life path 6 and people who are very caring are in my. By the way, I was to talk about this there. Was it yesterday or even the day before yesterday? However, I think some other things overshadowed this topic. So my point is, as I have noted, there are many caring people that are in my life, and to start with, let's start with my mom. Okay, should I start with my mom? I think, okay, yeah, that's a good ground to start on. I realized, okay, my mom is actually very caring, and extra caring. Like, people really care about your needs, like it's as if they are theirs. And by the it reaches a point. Okay, now I think you are overdoing it, because we are not on the same personality. Me, I'm very different. I'm a life path 1, someone who doesn't care as much, even for him. Okay, even for myself, I really don't care as much. Not that I don't love myself, but I don't care so much about myself. I have this don't care attitude. So there are people who are opposite of me, and I find it always that I don't know, I find it not weird, but I find it, how do I explain this? I find it ironical, opposite of what is expected. Actually, yeah, ironical to have people who are very caring around me. Now that is the first person that I've mentioned, someone who is very caring. Now the second person that I met, and I was like, you're a bit overdoing it. It's my former girlfriend, my ex. Okay, my ex. I was like, okay, you're a bit of doing it, and she was a life path 6. So you know what I mean. She was a bit okay, you are a bit over concerned. And whenever you could go into quarrel, or even you could quarrel, she was too cared. She cared too much about me. She cared. I remember one instance when, bro, something happened, and she was like, guy, I have messed. We have both messed somewhere. And she felt, okay, I really need to talk to this. But it's a different experience. And I don't know. I saw a caring character in her. And yeah, that's why I'm talking about her. So we have another person. Who's very caring. And that is, I met my roommate. Which, by the way, I'm grateful for these people because I'm starting to see why they are in my life. I think there's something that is always missing in my life, and it's always like I always ask the universe, please give me love, show me love. And it's through people that the universe show me that it loves me, and it provides people to show me to show me that, okay, to show me empathy. That's what I mean. To show me empathy, it brings me people that are empathetic. They are empathetic, naturally empathetic for themselves. And it's something that I find it, I don't know, a bit, wait, why is the universe doing this? But I think it's because, I think deep down my heart, although I really do this very subconsciously, I have noted, is that I ask a lot of love. Like, I ask a lot. Okay, my orders to the universe as more of, I can't go to the other place. It's now someone nearby. I don't know why people have come in large numbers in this field today. Or is it that I came early or even late? Usually I don't find people around. There are many couples, and there are many, not couples, boyfriends and girlfriends, people who are coming to rest on these trees. Yeah. So I was saying, yeah, the roommate is kind of okay. Remember, I was talking the other day, I talked about how this roommate is usually very concerned. And for the first time, in the first days that we were together, now, the first days after we had interacted, he used to do laundry for me, like without asking. I was like, apana, you are now a bit overdoing it. Why don't you love yourself? Yani, you are washing my clothes. You have a bit overdone it, because me, I'm so used to doing things for myself. Like laundry, I'll do it for myself. Whatever else, I feel like I am independent. I need not any help from anyone. So I am like, I don't want any help, and it is something that, yeah, this is something that, I was talking about the neighbors in our plots. They have moved from that place they are now walking to another area, and they are a bit far, like 200 meters from where they were. And I was now looking to go back to the place that I usually record, near that tree. But there is another person who has occupied another tree nearby, so yeah, let me just stay here. So I found it okay, you are a bit overdoing it, and I don't like it because I'm not used to this new environment. Now, the reason why I was doing this, I was like, if he does laundry for me, for my dirty clothes, or he washes my dirty clothes, he'll get me into this a situation where I'll be stuck, where I will be okay. Now, the other time when I decide to do laundry, I must now do for him now. I was like, I don't want to place that burden on my shoulders. At the other time that I'll be doing laundry or even washing clothes, I'll wash his. I don't have that energy. I'll not carry your cross. That's something that you'll get from me. However, I could not blame him because he's naturally a life path 6, so he'll feel that. He'll feel the need to do that. Now, something else I noted about this girl that I've been talking about the whole week. I think I've been talking about her the whole week. I'm like, she's a life path 11, so empathy for her is natural. She cares so much about her friends. One of her friends lost their phone, or even it got stolen. Someone broke into their houses. Yeah. And in this place called Diamond Court, I don't know, it's an apartment here nearby. Apartments around here in school have names. Each apartment has a name because I don't know, for identification it has to be that way. I think the law or even the school requires that. Whenever even registering your units and you are living outside the school, you realize that you must input the name of the apartment that you are living in, so that it's a requirement. Plus, whenever doing deliveries, it will be easier if you have names of the apartments around. So it has to be that way to have that. It actually makes it easier for activities to go on here. So each nini has a name, and actually it's a good strategy. Identification. Now, her house got broken into and the phone was stolen. So after the phone was stolen, and now she tells this girl Diana, I don't know, should I attach her picture here? I don't know. I have the picture in my folder or in my files, only that I don't know, someday we'll record a diary, and probably even before in this week probably I think I'll record a diary with her. I just wish that this happens. But it could be a very happy moment. I really wish that we could do a diary so that she get another experience. But then she writes diaries, but for us she writes on the phone. Now leave that aside. I was talking about her characteristics or even her personal traits. After now, the friend texts her that the phone has been stolen. She felt heaviness in her heart, and the way I knew this, it's because I had texted her that evening, and I asked her how she's doing. She tells me that she's not okay. I was like, a day later, she tells me that, I think 2 days later, she tells me that I felt heavy because this friend had lost something and it took a toll on me. Yeah, so what does that got to tell you? That got to tell you that she's empathetic, and she's likely a characteristics that is she has this characteristic of caring, or probably not over caring, but right now I'm in this stage where I've not fully earned her trust, but I'm looking forward to earn her trust. However, I feel a burden. I feel a bit stuck. How do I do this? And I think this should now be my prayer item after this. so that, I don't know. Yeah, I want to fully get her trust. And getting her trust means that now she will now provide the care that you need. Thank God I like her already, so I really don't have any issue with trying to figure out if, or even feeling that burden of, I don't know, if I like a person, I usually give them my they can access anything about me. Bora they don't cross the nini. But I think there's an exception. Whenever you like someone and you know they really matter, they really do matter in your life, be like, okay, let me legeza, let me not just put so many restrictions on her. I like her anyway, and I love her anyway. Okay. Remember, this is the universe bringing me the request that I had ordered, bringing me an order that I had requested for months ago. I think if I trace it back in some diaries back, I'll find it. I talked about her, and even the preceding. Is it the preceding or yeah, the preceding diaries? The diaries that I did a day or 2 or 3 after that. If we check those 3, okay, 4. Now the one that I talked about her, the next one, the second next one, and the third next one. So yeah. Now I was talking about the book. Back to, so she has that characteristic. She's an 11, and 11 is a person that honestly, it's either she has number 2. Okay, she's expressing 2. Nini. There's 11, and there's now 2 when you add up the month. Okay, when you add up the date of the month, 1 plus 1, 2, and even 11. So she has those characteristics. So expect that to be interacting with the. I think I should get to learn how to live with these people, this social, this extra caring people, because they will be all over my life. You'll find that even my daughter will be that person. So she'll be caring for her dad each and every time, or even the other children that will come. Me, I don't. Maybe I think I'll have a girl and a boy. Anyway, leave that aside. So I was talking about Volvo XC90. The chapter that I was reading today is about how you are supposed to. Now, remember, I've already said this. You should, the body, or even your body doesn't know the difference between what is reality and what is not. And God gave us this ability to be super conscious, like to create our reality. So they did a test. They did a who did a test? Yeah, the doctor did a test on some students. Just like there are people. Just remember that I used. Anyway, I'll talk about it as I end this diary. It's something that I need to talk about stories. Remember, I was said that I will be making stories in this diary, and then I go tell people, interact with people as I tell the people, as I tell. What am I even saying? Yeah, that's the point. Look, yeah. He did a test, and he was like, I want to see. Now, what was the experiment about? Okay, I don't know how to explain. Okay, I'm a good explainer. I am a good teacher. I know how to vividly and simply explain things. It was like, now there are students here, and let's say there are about 6 students in this place. These people we want to give, to ensure we want, okay, let's say, let's work out what they are supposed to do. Maybe let's prepare them for an exercise about a physical exercise. They just want to a physical exercise, something simple yet unique, different. Let's say swimming. Maybe just use that example. Now, let's say I think I'm talking a bit loud. So let's say you are preparing all these students to learn or even to swim in the coming, let's say, 10 days. So that they have 10 days to prepare. However, we have not told them that they are going to swim. No. How do I put this? You prepare them to swim and they don't know how to swim. So that means they don't know how to swim. But you can show them how to swim. Okay, let's say you inform them that they are supposed to swim in the next coming days, and all of them, they don't have any prior experience of swimming. Now, the doctor took three of them and didn't give any information to them. However, he told them that they are going to swim, and that was it. And the students continue their lives, reading, going to class. However, for the other three, he's like, I need to do something so that I can train them how to swim in the coming days. Yeah. So he's like, let me prepare them. Now he gets the three together and he tells them, this is how you swim. He gives them pictures of how you're supposed to swim. So, and he tells them they should practice swimming in their imaginative mind. They should learn how to swim in that imaginative mind. Remember, they are being taught even using visual media, how you are supposed to swim. And he tells them each and every day they should take 10 minutes to imagine, to immerse themselves in the world of swimming. They are in a swimming pool, they are swimming. Okay, so after the 10 days there was a significant difference between the two groups. So the other group that wasn't informed of anything, or even they were just told that they are going to swim, they didn't have any memory in reference to whatever was coming. So when they were now in the swimming pool, now this is the day that they are supposed to swim. This is day 11. They are supposed to swim in this thing. So they are told to get into the pool, all of the 6. And there was a difference between the 3. Now the other group that wasn't trained, it felt as if they were drowning in a way. However, for this other party that was informed, yes, they are all beginners, but you can see that how they are swimming, it shows that someone was prepared. What does that conclude? That concludes that whenever you have an experience prior in your mind, it creates these neurons connections, and in that regard, it will seem as if you have done it before, and you have not done it before. You have just tapped into the powers of your superconscious mind. What does that tell you? It got to tell you that if you want to experience life, a good future, the life in the future in a better way, or even with a, let's say you want a good life, you must start creating it in the mind right now. Live as if it is right now. By the way, he was explaining there are many ailments in our bodies that can only be healed by uplifting our emotions. Our emotion is what sets the production of proteins and even sets the genes of the bodies to now create that healing ability. So whenever you by the if you come to do your research properly, you realize kumbe there are many diseases that you can solve simply by letting go and practice gratitude, love, care, fulfillment. There are many things that you are, yeah, if you just if you just if you just toward that emotions of guilt, revenge, or even, yeah, if you remove those emotions and you set your bar high to be now vibrating the high energies, you'll see the body will start to heal itself, because the mind is brain in action. That's what I learned today. Mind is brain in action. So the brain will just release the hormones, the good feel good hormones. Those hormones are the ones that are going to create now in the process new genes, or even new genes are going to be established in your DNA, and that will finally kill off the ailments. Okay, because in the process some new proteins are being created. Okay, I noted that every cell in the body except the red blood cells creates some proteins. The skin creates inaitwaje, I don't remember the name. However, it creates two proteins. I really don't remember the name, but yeah. The bone marrow produces some proteins. What other cells produces nini? Yeah, such. So that means from the two experiences, or even from the two examples that I've given, if you want to create a good future, please imagine it each and every day. Frequently make sure that you take time and live and feel the future self that you want, and the body will start to prepare. And whenever you achieve that thing, it won't feel like strange, because you have already prepared. So from the story that I've given, it's actually very relatable. So whenever I was getting, I was what new thing can I talk about? Okay, I don't know. I don't want to talk about other things. Yeah. God is great. God is amazing. God is, yeah. That got to tell you that if you want a good future, please start to create it in your mind. So about that Volvo XC90, I think I must learn how to drive fast, because when I get it, it will be so much easier and simpler that it's like I have driven before, because I have an experience. The neurons in my brain can have a past memory of what is it. And make sure that you do this each and every day, so that you strengthen that connection. Yeah, and that way you fire up your brain to be always active and desiring the best for you, for yourself. It's a new concept that I've learned. The body reacts with what you feed it in the mind, the superconscious mind. Remember, the mind is made up of three levels, which I talked about in my Facebook wall. There is the conscious that I can feel. Right now I feel a pain in my buttocks, you see. I can feel a lot of a pain in my buttocks because I've been sitting here for, I don't know, close to 35 minutes. A bit uncomfy. So that is what the conscious focuses on. It depends on these five senses: sight, hearing, touch, smelling, and what else? Well, the five senses are supposed to be on the face. Oh, and taste. Yes. So the five senses are supposed to be, is what feeds the nini, and even the experience that we have in life. Like you are hit by something and it creates a memory, a bad memory. These are called traumas. Or someone does good to you and you feel, oh, amazing, I feel good. Okay? Someone has done you a favor and you feel so good. A big favor. You're like, oh my goodness. So unconsciously, consciously, that is what is happening. Because you are aware of it. I am seeing some grass. I'm seeing my phone. I am hearing myself. I can feel the ground. I can touch the ground. I cannot smell the air, however, I know how the nini tastes. My mouth tastes right now. It tastes normal, not different. You see, that is what feeds the nini. There are extremes and the not extremes. The goods in that nini that feed the. Now the subconscious. The subconscious sort of relies on the conscious so that it can live. I don't know how to explain this, but it will live. It will. Okay, that's where it will exist. Okay, what am I even saying? It will now make sense. Okay, it picks the lessons planned, or even it will register everything that has been picked from the conscious to be subconscious, so that the other time when interacting with the other thing, the brain will react the same way. Okay, so that's why it's good to change your environment. You change how you think. Basically, if you want your subconscious to be amazing, I have 2 minutes. And I see something, and I need to end this diary here. I feel generous today, by the way. Let me actually. So, whenever you want your subconscious nini to be always be firing good things to you and always be giving results to you, make sure that you feed it with the good things, and that is when superconscious comes into play. I'm talking about the three fields, or even the 2 or 3 levels of the mind. You have got to tap into the subconscious, create the reality, feel how it feels consciously. What that does, remember, the body is what is in action here. So you feed it with the nini, with the good hormones. It feels now is like you have it. That's when now it registers into the subconscious, and that's when now things start making sense. What am I even saying? Yeah, you start even vibrating on another level. That's when you're a bit, all that happens because you have a an aware mind. You have something to meaning. Now let me end this diary here. I have something to attend right now. I won't talk about it. Actually, don't talk such about this, because I know someone someday will just come to my diaries and start to scroll. I just feel like someone will just come, and there will be many people who will be coming to this diary, and they give me views like, I can even be monetized using that. Like, it happens so accidentally that someone comes into me and they suggest the video to other people. I can be monetized, and they decide to watch, each and everyone to watch this diary. Now, like 1 billion people, bro, I'll monetize. I can monetize this within a day. Yeah, someone just highlights or even give attention to this. However, I don't want to talk about that. That's why I'm very careful of what I'm doing. Anyway, let me end this diary here. Remember, if it can be shaken, it can be moved. Let me attend to something right now as I make my prayer. Remember, if it can be shaken, it can be moved. Until tomorrow, adios.